Hi, good day. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hope that you are doing well. This is your Monday Mindset, and I'm Donnelly Edwards-Cabey. And because it's Monday, I am here doing Mindset Moments for your Mindset Monday. It's all on the book that I wrote recently called Mindset Shift for Change Makers on your screen. And I hope you picked up your copy of the book. It's available on Amazon as a Kindle version and also as a paperback. See, I'm holding a paperback in my hand. But I just wanted to jump in just to talk a little bit about some of the things that are in the book. One of the themes that I talk about in this book is around resiliency. How, as leaders, as change makers, how do you develop resiliency? How do you become resilient as a leader, as an individual, as a person, as a human? How do you become resilient? And what is resiliency? Resiliency is that ability to bounce back from difficult experiences. It's that ability to recover from or to adjust easily uh, to misfortune or to change. It's developing that resilient mindset. And I talk a lot about that in the book. How do we, as leaders, as persons responsible for teams, responsible for others who report to us or others who we influence, because leadership, after all, is influence. How do we enable them to develop that resilient mindset? And so, resiliency is something that we can see in others. I know a few very resilient persons. I traveled recently and I had some really great connecting time talking to someone who I just know that that person is one of the most resilient women that I know. And it was just great spending that quality time just talking and bonding. And because these are people who have overcome a lot of difficulties and who still show up with a positive mentality, with a I can do it mentality, with yes, circumstances come and problems come in life, but I choose how I show up. And I show up with a resilient, positive mindset. And that makes all the difference because it says, instead of thinking, oh, how can't do that, you really then flipped the switch and you say, but how can I can do that. I can find ways, I can think of very strategic ways of accomplishing that thing which hitherto had seemed impossible. And so that's a resiliency mindset that I wish for you. I have also been reading the recent New York bestseller book of one of my mentors, Ms. Valerie Burton, the great Valerie Burton. And this is now a New York bestseller. And guess what? It's also on the rules of resilience. And in that book, she gives 10 rules of resilience. And so it's a book that I would also highly recommend as you go find Mindset Shift for Change Makers. Make sure you grab a copy of the New York bestseller, Rules of Resilience. It is excellent, excellent, if I say so myself. It made good travel companion and I devoured the lessons there. My favorite lesson in the book is the one that talks about uh, control the controllable, accept the rest. There are moments in life that we cannot control, health being one of them, aging being one of them. And how do we age? How do we become adaptable? How do we understand the changes that are taking place mentally and physically in our body? And how do we, with assistance, with some help, how do we also become adaptable? How do we shift our mindset to accept some things which initially might be difficult? And that's where coaching comes in. And coaching is one of those resiliency supports, one of those areas where, as a mindset coach can come alongside you and help you to build that mental resiliency that you need to really approach problems in life that come about daily, and how you build that ability to recover or adjust easily from misfortune or change. That definition of resilience that we started with. How do you do that, and how do you do that proactively? So these are just my mindset minutes, my mindset thoughts for you today on this Mindset Monday. And so I hope that it's helpful to you. Remember, go out and pick up a copy of Mindset Shift for Change Makers. And if nothing else, talk with someone about how you can be more resilient. And if you're in Amazon shopping mode, pick up also Rules of Resilience. You will not regret it. And so I'm Donnelly Edwards-Cabey. I'm your mindset coach, trainer, and speaker. And it was a pleasure to just drop in and spend a few moments with you today. I wish you a wonderful Mindset Monday and a great rest of your week. Take care. Bye-bye. Blessings.